Allez, c'est parti. On enlève ça. On prend le stinger. Tiens, bouffe. Attention. Alors, c'est qui va venir? Attention. Aïe. Non, 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 non. Laisse-moi tranquille. Je crois à un moment, il y en a un qui va arriver au milieu. Faut rester en mouvement le plus possible. Attention. Regardez tous les Metal Gear qu'on voit derrière en fond. Laissez-moi tranquille. Ah, vous faites chier. Hein. Bon, je lui tire dans la jambe, c'est pas grave, attention. On se concentre sur un seul pour le moment. Allez, presque mort. Ah, ok, ça y est. Il arrive au milieu. Genre, je suis pas touché. Non. Allez, et de 1. Allez, à toi. Aïe, fait mal. Oh, comme toi. On leur fait bien mal. C'est la concentration, les amis. Je parle pas beaucoup là. Je vais me concentrer. Attention. Et de 2. Je sais plus combien il y en a à battre exactement. Ah, tu peux te barrer, hein. Genre, t'es pas mort. Il a plus de barre de vie. Oh, wesh. C'est bon, là, t'es mort ou pas? Mais... Oh. On va échapper belle. Et là, t'es mort ou pas? Ah, c'est bon, je crois. Allez, casse-toi. Ok. Putain. Attention, vite, 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 vite. Coupé. Foiré. Attention. Je suis là. Ok. Son bras, c'est protégé avec son bras. Là. Merde. Désolé, j'avais pas entendu le... Si, je l'avais entendu, mais... Putain. C'est chaud. Genre. Ok. Faut que j'aille prendre la ration. Ok. C'est quoi qui m'a touché là? Je veux viser sa tête. Allez. Et 2, 3. Enfin normalement. Est-ce que t'es mort ou pas? Ah c'est bon. Allez, suivant. Eh viens. Je te choisis. Allez. Tiens, bouffe. Hein. Ok, on l'a touché. On va se heal au cas où. Attention. On est pas mal. Non, je voulais viser sa jambe. On va reprendre une petite ration là. Allez. Allez, 2, 4. Je suis plus... peut-être 6 au total à battre. Au suivant. Ah merde, trompé de cible. Bon, c'est pas grave. On va pas le toucher, c'est sûr. Arrête de te protéger. Ok. Tiens, cadeau. Putain. Pas évident ce combat. Allez. Je pense un dernier, ça devrait être bon, les amis. Allez, viens. Ok. Non. Ok. Il me faudrait des rations, s'il vous plaît. C'est urgent. Ah, c'est plus rapide comme ça. C'est plus rapide. C'est pas fini, les amis, encore. Hein. Je sais pas combien il faut en faire. Ok. Je crois 7 au total, 6 ou 7 on en a fait là. Waouh. Il est encerclé. Aïe 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 aïe. Et Olga qui vient. Cette fois-ci c'est pas le ninja qui viendra nous sauver comme de Metal Gear Solid 1. Là c'est quasi pareil parce qu'Olga s'est transformée en ninja.
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The
Les
child.
salauds.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me.
Ah, ces enfoirés de patriotes.
Trusting you. Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades.
C'est pour ça qu'elle nous a protégés.
I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
Aïe aïe aïe, la pauvre Olga.
You have to.
Oh.
Olga!
Oh la pauvre. Elle s'est sacrifiée pour son enfant. Du coup, ouais, si Raiden meurt, son enfant il meurt aussi. Quelle bande d'enfoirés quand même
Enjoy
les
the show,
patriotes.
Jack. Let's pick up where we left off.
Qu'est-ce qui leur arrive?
What's going on? What's wrong with it? GW, it's out of control. What?
I'm reading an abnormal impulse cascade throughout the neural
shut it down.
What happened?
Maybe some kind of virus.
The Patriots?
I don't know.
Ocelot, what have you been up to?
It's too late. Arsenal's system control is going haywire. It's on an emergency ascent course.
Alors, est-ce que c'est à cause du virus que... Comment
Stupid machines.
que Emal a mis à l'Arsenal Gear? Et du coup, Solidus qui est obligé de les détruire parce qu'ils se rebellent. Oh, il est stylé quand même Solidus aussi. C'était stylé.
Damn the Patriots.
Eh oui, sûrement un coup des patriotes encore. Ils sont partout. Et le pauvre Raiden. Ouais, forcément plus de balles.
You still have some use.
I've captured Snake.
Ah. Et Snake qui s'est fait capturer, qui n'a pas réussi à battre Fortune.
Bring him in.
Bon, rassurez-vous, il est pas mort. Hein. Il est juste tombé dans les pommes. Voilà. On peut pas sauvegarder. On peut sauvegarder uniquement avec les sauvegardes
Are
du
you
PC,
awake yet, Jack?
enfin de l'émulateur.
GW, the Arsenal AI is corrupted beyond repair. I admit that I underestimated you.
On peut regarder un petit peu autour. Vous voyez que Snake, il est là-bas avec Fortune.
I'll squeeze
Là, il y a
the answers
les
out of you
dépouilles
instead, my
de Metal Gear.
son.
Là encore, il va falloir résister. Encore une fois. Allez, on résiste, on résiste, on résiste, on résiste, on résiste. Putain, ça part vite, ça part vite, ça part vite. Ça part vite. Ah, il me refait plus un coup comme ça sans que je crève là.
It's not him I want the
Et on
answers
voit aussi
from.
Ocelot derrière. Il est là.
What do you mean?
That's not your business.
Oh, really? It so happens I have some business of my own to attend to.
Planning to hijack Arsenal?
Huh?
You were going to screw me over, weren't you?
Who talked? Ocelot?
Not exactly. I was the one who used Ocelot to suggest the idea to you in the first place.
What?
I was planning to give you Arsenal to begin with.
Why the uncharacteristic generosity?
I'm no philanthropist. Arsenal is far from impregnable. It needs other Metal Gears as guards, a huge payload of warheads, and full air, sea, and land support to function efficiently. Against a large attack force without support, Arsenal is nothing more than a gigantic coffin. Seizing Arsenal gear was never the real objective.
What was your objective then?
A list of names of the Patriots.
Et oui, voilà ce qu'il cherchait depuis le début. Et
They
encore,
were planning to extend
encore une
their
fois, l'Arsenal
control
Gear
to
qui était
digital
du
information
camouflage
flow to
pour lui.
GW and Arsenal. That means the information they want to filter out is contained in GW, including that list of the highest 12 members of the Patriots Wiseman's Committee.
And once you knew who they were, you would cross out their names one by one, while we, with our useless arsenal, drew their fire.
Very good.
You were using us all along.
Were you any different?
But your plans hit a snag with GW destroyed, hasn't it?
No, there is another way.
Really? But we have our own plans to carry out. We'll take the arsenal since you don't care for it anyway. The purified hydrogen bomb is ready to go.
A nuclear strike won't stop them.
It will damage their power source. The mindless masses that they control. First things first.
Bon, désolé pour la webcam là.
That was what you
Je
wanted.
peux pas vous mettre sur pause parce que c'est en pleine cinématique là.
Good luck.
Thanks, but I have quite enough of that.
Il va falloir faire avec. Je verrai une fois que toutes les cinématiques seront finies.
What exactly do you find so funny?
Alors attendez, là ça va être intéressant.
Charades usually are humorous. I wouldn't have minded watching some more of it, but we're running a little short on time.
What are you talking about?
Everything you've done here has been scripted, a little exercise set up by us.
Exercise?
The S3 plan was conceived as a means to produce soldiers on par with Solid Snake. That's what I told you. But the VR training the boy was put through is not the meat of the project. You think this little terrorist incident is your own doing, Solidus? This is the S3 training kernel. An orchestrated recreation of Shadow Moses.
What?
Ames and the president's deaths. The ninja.
Oui, quand je vous ai dit, il y a plein de
The
similitudes.
computer virus that mimics Fox Die.
Oui, ça aussi.
Did you really think they were all a coincidence? Ames
Quand je vous dis que
owned
ce
nanomachines
jeu est
were
ouf,
used
cette
to
saga
shut down
est
his
voilà,
pacemaker.
incroyable.
I arranged for the appearance of the ninja as well. As for the president, although Johnson realized what was going on, he played out his allotted part. As for the computer virus, it's a digital counterpart of Fox Die. It was also designed to eliminate every scrap of information regarding the Patriots from GW. Your plan was invalidated even before execution, Solidus. Fat Man was a different story.
Ouais,
He's
Fatman,
one of
lui.
our own people. A sort of examiner we hired to test the boy's progress before letting him tackle the exercise proper. We had to arrange for Stillman's presence to coax the maniac into agreeing. If the boy had allowed the big shell to be destroyed, this exercise would have ended there. The project has no room for failures.
What do you mean?
Given the right situation, the right story, anyone can be shaped into Snake. Even rookies can fight like men of experience. An instant creation of genius. And this training kernel will provide more than enough data to formulate such a program. You, Dead Cell, Olga, you're all nothing but pawns placed to create the perfect simulation. Solidus, you and the boy were selected because your relationship resembles the one between Snake and Big Boss. Fortune, you and the rest of Dead Cell stand in for the Foxhound squad that Snake took on in Shadow Moses. You're the most impressive collection of freaks outside of Foxhound. We've gone to a lot of trouble to set you up against the boy. That story about purified hydrogen bombs is just the tip of the iceberg. The project was already underway when I sunk that tanker, along with your old man 2 years ago. Throwing your husband in the brig was a part of it too. You were told that the eradication of Dead Cell 6 months ago was an act of the Patriots. We provoked and encouraged your hatred.
Il nous a tous roulés dans le panneau là. C'est pour ça qu'il est stylé au slot. Il a plein de facettes lui. Il joue sur plusieurs tableaux lui. C'est.
I wonder now who sent for you.
All our misfortune was just a part of their project?
Et cette fois-ci... Eh oui.
How could...
You're no Lady Luck. You have nothing that we didn't.
Ça aussi, c'est eux. Ils sont partout. Quand je vous dis qu'ils sont partout, ils sont partout.
What?
Do you know why no bullet could hit you? It wasn't magic, or some new age mumbo-jumbo. Certainly wasn't your psychic talents. It was all staged by the Patriots.
Staged?
You were being shielded by the electromagnetic weapons technology that the Patriots developed.
Ah voilà.
Your dead cell comrades loved your father and husband. We needed a pathetic wretch like you to keep them focused. You've been our puppet all along, just like Olga.
No.
You were hamming it up as the tragic heroine, thanks to the script that the Patriots wrote for you. Pure self-indulgence, absorbed in your own misfortune. You couldn't get enough of the drama.
I could have died whenever I wanted to.
C'est ça.
Thought I got her in the heart.
Ah bah lui par contre il a le même système.
Missed.
Now I remember. Your heart's on the right. Waste of metal, my dear, but your luck's run out. This is the little gizmo. There's no such thing as miracles or the supernatural. Only cutting-edge technology.
Bastard.
Et du coup... Oh, c'est là qui prend le contrôle du Metal Gear. Quand je vous dis que ce jeu c'est un film, regardez le nombre de minutes qu'on a passé là sur les cinématiques depuis le début du live là, c'est...
And clean up the refuse from the exercise.
Just try.
Et comme par hasard, les menottes qui sont touchées par une balle, du coup Snake va pouvoir se libérer normalement.
How's this then?
Elle est toujours pas morte, Fortune. Elle est résistante quand même. Ouais, c'est vrai qu'elle a des pouvoirs psychiques quand même. Hein.
Fortune!
You idiot! Get the hell away from there!
I told you, your luck's run out. Take your reward. It's all the payload Ray has. Die!
Aïe 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 aïe. Feu d'artifice. Voilà, c'est pas un feu d'artifice, c'est des bombes qui nous tombent sur la gueule. Hein. Enfin, des missiles. Et regardez tout de même, Fortune qui arrive à faire dévier les missiles.
Impossible.
Merci Fortune. Hein. Sinon là on était tous morts. Hein.
She is Lady Luck.
Finalement.
My name is Helena
Dolph Jackson.
the daughter of a proud and noble soldier. I can see my family again.
C'est triste quand même sa mort. Elle était méchante machin et tout. Elle était contre nous. Puis à la fin elle nous protège. Et puis elle crève après. Même elle a été manipulée machin et tout.
Try this instead.
Aïe aïe aïe. Hé, regardez, qui se réveille. Eh oui, liquide. Brothers. La couette. J'ai toujours kiffé ce passage.
I've been waiting for this.
Regardez le bras.
It can't be.
Eh si.
I've been inside this arm all along, waiting for the right time to awaken.
You were inside Ocelot?
Yes, a sleeper in the arm of a Patriot spy.
It was you 2 years ago?
Exactly. I was controlling him.
Donc ça on avait deviné.
Snake, it was I that leaked information about Arsenal to your partner and got you out here.
What?
You're the
Ouais, parce
only
que du
one
coup,
that can free me. After all,
C'est pour ça que Ocelot il a dit je sais pas c'est qui t'a fait devenir toi Solid Snake, bah c'est liquide. À son
I want to
insu.
bury the Patriots for good.
You know where they are? How?
Why do you think I chose Ocelot as my
Bon désolé
host?
vous me voyez plus à la cam là mais
Before I go, I have a family matter to settle with both of you.
là je peux pas mettre sur pause désolé.
Snake and one big boss.
Il peut y avoir qu'un Snake et qu'un seul Big Boss.
Time to say goodbye.
Damn.
Allez Solid Snake tu peux le faire.
Like surfing, it's a good way to go.
Et ça y est il a fait.
Liquid. Stop.
Liquid.
Hey, Snake, you coming?
Et du coup Snake qui est parti à la poursuite de Liquid et on se retrouve avec Raiden et Solidus sur l'arsenal Gear qui fonce droit sur Manhattan je crois ou New York je sais plus. Regardez-moi cette bête. Bon, rassurez-vous, je vais bientôt pouvoir allumer la lumière, comme ça vous allez pouvoir me voir. On va enfin pouvoir jouer. Ouais. Après cette longue cinématique, où il y avait tellement de choses à dire. Tout a été manipulation par les patriotes. Regardez, tout pulvérisé, l'Arsenal Gear, on se retrouve dans la ville carrément de Manhattan ou New York, je crois que c'est Manhattan. Dites-moi si je dis des bêtises dans le chat s'il y a quelqu'un, mais je crois que c'est Manhattan. Du coup, le live qui va durer plus longtemps que 1h30. Hein. Bon, après, j'ai pris mon temps sur le combat des Metal Gear.
What are you laughing at?
Do you know what day it is today?
April 30th?
That's right.
Ça aurait été drôle qu'on soit le 30 avril aussi aujourd'hui. Mais malheureusement,
George Washington took
on
office
est
as
le...
the first president of
Je
the
sais pas
United
combien on
States
est.
of
On est le
America
28, 29 mai,
200 years
par là.
ago today.
On est un mois après.
And it happened right here. We were going to declare another independence, the dawn of a new nation here. The end of the Patriots' secret rule, liberation of this country. This was where it was supposed to begin. This is where freedom could have been born.
All you want is power at any cost.
Jack, it's not power I want. What I wanted to take back from the Patriots are things like freedom, civil rights, opportunities. The founding principles of this country. Everything that's about to be wiped out by their digital censorship. Jack, listen to me. We're all born with an expiration date. No one lasts forever. Life is nothing but a grace period for turning the best of our genetic material into the next generation. The data of life is transferred from parent to child. That's how it works. But we have no heirs, no legacy. We brothers are called les enfants terribles.
Les enfants
Cloned from
terribles.
our father, with the ability to reproduce conveniently engineered out. What is our legacy?
Vous l'avez compris, hein, les enfants terribles, c'est les enfants de Big Boss. Ils ont appelé le projet comme ça. Les enfants terribles.
When the torch is passed on from parent to child, it extends beyond DNA. Information is imparted as well. All I want is to be remembered by other people, by history. The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information. I want my memory, my existence to remain. Unlike an intron of history, I will be remembered as an exon. That will be my legacy, my mark in history. But the Patriots would deny us even that. I will triumph over the Patriots and liberate us all, and we will become the Sons of Liberty.
Liberty. Ah, le retour de l'intelligence artificielle.
How's that possible? The AI was destroyed.
Only
Ouais, c'est vrai.
Who are you?
To begin with, we're not what you'd call human.
Ça
Over
fait
the
peur.
past 200 years, a kind of consciousness formed layer by layer in the crucible of the White House. It's not unlike the way life started in the oceans 4 billion years ago. The White House was our primordial soup, a base of evolution. We are formless. We are the very discipline and morality that Americans invoke so often. How can anyone hope to eliminate us? As long as this nation exists, so will we.
Cut the crap! If you're immortal, why would you take away individual freedoms and censor the net?
Jack, don't be silly.
Don't you know that our plans have your interests, not ours, in mind?
What?
Jack, listen carefully, like a good boy.
The mapping of the human genome was completed early this century. As a result, the evolutionary log of the human race lay open to us.
We started with genetic engineering. And in the end, we succeeded in digitizing life itself.
But there are things not covered by genetic information.
What do you mean?
Human memories, ideas, culture, history.
Genes don't contain any record of human history.
Is it something that should not be passed on? Should that information be left at the mercy of nature?
We've always kept records of our lives, through words, pictures, symbols, from tablets to books.
But not all the information was inherited by later generations. A small percentage of the whole was selected and processed, then passed on. Not unlike genes, really.
That's what history is, Jack.
But in the current digitized world, trivial information is accumulating every second, preserved in all its triteness, never fading, always accessible.
Rumors about petty issues, misinterpretations, slander.
All this junk data, preserved in an unfiltered state, growing at an alarming rate.
It will only slow down social progress, reduce the rate of evolution.
Right. You seem to think that our plan is one of censorship.
Are you telling me it's not?
You're being silly. What we propose to do is not to control content, but to create context.
Create context.
The digital society furthers human flaws and selectively rewards development of convenient half-truths. Just look at the strange juxtapositions of morality around you.
Billions spent on new weapons in order to humanely murder other humans.
Rights of criminals are given more respect than the privacy of their victims.
Although there are people suffering in poverty, huge donations are made to protect endangered species. Everyone grows up being told the same thing.
Be nice to other people.
But beat out the competition.
You're special. Believe in yourself and you will succeed.
But it's obvious from the start that only a few can succeed.
You exercise your right to freedom, and this is the result. All rhetoric to avoid conflict and protect each other from hurt. The untested truths spun by different
Bon, il y a beaucoup de blabla, mais
and accumulate in the sandbox of political correctness.
plein de trucs intéressants quand même, hein, qui racontent.
Everyone withdraws into their own small gated community, afraid of a larger forum. They stay inside their little ponds, leaking whatever truth suits them into the growing cesspool of society at large.
The different cardinal truths neither clash nor mesh. No one is invalidated, but nobody is right.
Not even natural selection can take place here. The world is being engulfed in truth.
And this is the way the world ends. Not with a bang, but a whimper.
We're trying to stop that from happening.
It's our responsibility as rulers. Just as in genetics, unnecessary information and memory must be filtered out to stimulate the evolution of the species.
And you think you're qualified to decide what's necessary and not?
Absolutely. Who else could wade through the sea of garbage you people produce, retrieve valuable truths, and even interpret their meaning for later generations?
That's what it means to create context.
I'll decide for myself what to believe and what to pass on.
But is that even your own idea?
Or something Snake told you.
That's the proof of your incompetence right there. You lack the qualifications to exercise free will.
That's not true. I have the right.
Does something like a self exist inside of you?
That
Là, ils sont en train
which
de
you
le,
call self serves
de
as
le rendre
nothing
fou.
more than a mask to
Lui
cover
faire
what
croire
it
qu'il est
means.
pas réel, que tout
In
ce
this
qu'il
era of ready-made
fait c'est pas
truths,
réel, machin et tout.
self is just something used to preserve those positive emotions that you occasionally feel.
Another possibility is that self is a concept you conveniently borrowed under the logic that it would endow you with some sense of strength.
That's crap.
Is it? Would you prefer that someone else tell you? All right then. Explain it to him.
Jack, you're simply the best. And you got there all by yourself.
Oh, what happened? Do you feel lost? Why not try a bit of soul searching?
Don't think you'll find anything, though.
Ironic that although self is something that you yourself fashioned, every time something goes wrong, you turn around and place the blame on something else.
It's not my fault. It's not your fault.
In denial, you simply resort to looking for another, more convenient truth, in order to make yourself feel better.
Leaving behind in an instant the so-called truth you once embraced.
Should someone like that be able to decide what is truth?
Should someone like you even have the right to decide?
Je vais oublier à quel point c'était long cette conversation connect.
You don't deserve to
Mais
be
c'est
free.
intéressant.
We're not the ones smothering the world. You are.
The individual is supposed to be weak, but far from powerless. A single person has the potential to ruin the world.
And the age of digitized communication has given even more power to the individual. Too much power for an immature species.
Building a legacy involves figuring out what is wanted and what needs to be done for that goal. All this you used to struggle with. Now we think for you.
We are your guardians, after all.
You want to control human thought? Human behavior?
Of course. Anything can be quantified nowadays. That's what this exercise was designed to prove.
You fell in love with me just as you were meant to, after all. Isn't that right, Jack?
Ocelot was not told the whole truth, to say the least.
We rule an entire nation. Of what interest would a single soldier, no matter how able, be to us?
The S3 plan does not stand for solid snake simulation. What it does stand for is selection for societal
J'ai
sanity.
peur quand il... Son visage, on dirait un squelette, là.
The S3 is a system for controlling human will and consciousness. S3 is not you, a soldier trained in the image of solid snake. It is a method, a protocol that created a circumstance that made you what you are.
So you see, we're the S3, not you.
What you experienced was the final test of its effectiveness.
That's crazy.
You heard what President Johnson said.
The Arsenal's GW system is the key to their supremacy.
The objective of this exercise was to establish such a method. We used Shadow Moses as a paradigm for the exercise.
I wonder if you would have preferred a fantasy setting.
We chose that backdrop because of its extreme circumstances. It was an optimal test for S3's crisis management capacity. If the model could trigger, control, and solve this, it would be ready for any contingency. And now, we have our proof. Raiden, there are also reasons behind your selection. Solidus raised plenty of other child soldiers. Do you know why we chose you over them? It was because you were the only one who refused to acknowledge the past. All the others remember what they were and pay for it daily.
But you turn your back on everything you don't like. You do whatever you like, see only the things you like, and for yourself alone.
Yes, Rose can attest to that.
You refused to see me for what I was. I lied to you, but I wanted to be caught. You pretended to be understanding, to be a gentleman. You never made a conscious attempt to reach out to me. The only time you did was when I gave you no choice but to do so.
I was just trying not to.
What? Trying not to hurt me? Dear, the one you were trying not to hurt was yourself. Avoiding the truth under the guise of kindness.
Là,
is
c'est
all
pas la
you
vraie,
did.
la vraie
It
Rose
occurred
qui
to you
parle,
to do nothing but
c'est...
look out for yourself. Even if you claim that it was for my sake, that feeling was nowhere to be seen. In the end, everything was for your sake. I was never part of the picture.
Exactly.
C'est l'intelligence artificielle, enfin...
You're a perfect representative of the masses we need to protect. This is why we chose you. You accepted the fiction we've provided, obeyed our orders, and did everything you were told to. The exercise is a resounding success.
Didn't I tell you that GW was still incomplete? But not anymore, thanks to you.
Your persona, experiences, triumphs, and
Là, ils sont juste en train de lui bourrer le crâne
The real objective
pour lui
was
faire perdre
ensuring
la
that we
boule,
could
quoi.
generate and manipulate them. It's taken a lot of time.
Sans Rose, elle existe
But it was
vraiment,
well worth it considering
c'est
the
juste...
results.
cette sorte d'intelligence artificielle qui est en train de bourrer le crâne, non?
Take Solidus down.
Think again. I'm through doing what I'm told.
Oh, really? Aren't you forgetting something?
If you die, my child dies.
The termination of vital signals from your nanomachines means the death of Olga's child. Not to mention the death of Rose. She's wired the same way.
Rose, does she actually exist?
Of course I do, Jack. You have to believe me.
Damn!
It will be a fight to the death.
Solidus at least wants you dead.
We will collect the necessary data from this last fight. Then we'll consider the exercise closed. So, Jack the Ripper, will it be Solidus, the Patriot's creation, or you, Solidus's creation? Our beloved monsters, enjoy yourselves.
Il fait flipper. Bon, ça va être bientôt fini les cinématiques, les amis, rassurez-vous. Vous allez pouvoir enfin me voir à la webcam. Parce que là, c'est tout noir.
You are one of a kind, but still a monster, shaped by a dark and secret history. We need to decide which monstrosity will have the privilege of survival.
Et donc vous l'avez compris, on va devoir se battre avec Solidus.
By the way, Jack, I was the one who killed your parents.
Oh, autre révélation. Eh oui, du coup.
I claimed you for my own and raised you as a soldier in the army of the devil. I am your foster father and your worst enemy.
Why?
Because I needed to know whether we were really someone else's creation. We're repeating history, Jack. Liquid and Solid hunted down Big Boss, trying to sever the tie that bound them to him. Unless you kill me and face your past, Jack, you will never escape. You'll stay in the endless loop, your own double helix.
Ouais, comme il a dit, c'est à la fois son père adoptif et à la fois son propre ennemi parce que c'est lui qui a tué ses parents. Allez, ça va être parti les amis. Le combat final. Et oui, comme par hasard, il a deux sabres, cet enfoiré.
The clues to the Patriots inside GW have been erased, but there are other traces. Inside you.
What?
The information is being carried by the nanomachines in your cerebral cortex, and throughout the neural network they formed.
Et du coup, s'il le tue, ben voilà, les données des Patriotes seront effacées. Mais en même temps, bah, le fils d'Olga sera tué. Bon, mes amis, après cette longue cinématique, cette longue conversation codec, il est temps de faire une petite pause avant le combat final. Attends, calme-toi, Solidus. Il est temps de faire une petite pause, le temps que j'allume la lumière, que je ferme les volets, tout ça. Vous avez l'habitude, hein, comme hier. Donc, je reviens tout de suite. Alors, attendez, juste enlever le plein écran, voilà. Et du coup, bah ouais, on se retrouve dans quelques secondes, les amis. Donc, à tout de suite.